Hi everyone, this is Olivia from the Alexandrienne channel, and I wanted to give you an update on the letters chapter from the new book, Drawing Dangles Demystified. I've made a few changes and I wanted to let you know about them and hopefully get feedback about what you think. Thank you. Okay, let's get started. This first image is just letting you know I've made changes. The one on the left is crossed out. That's the one I used to have, and the one on the right is what it's changed to. And we're going to go into a little bit more explanation about them so you'll understand what I changed and why I changed. I'd really love to hear from you to see if you are good with these changes or if you would like something different. Thank you. Now on this next page, it looks kind of crazy, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It is a confusing cluster to look at. So on to clarity. The first change is at the very top on the left and the right side of the pages. By the way, I'm not going to go over the very same thing on the right side pages unless it's something different. Okay, so on this top part, I reluctantly took out the dangles. That's one of the things I really liked. And the vertical space, it is shorter on the right than it is on the left side. So that is one of the new changes. And that's also a part of the reason why I couldn't include the dangles. I tried to create extra room on the right side to give you more room to create. That was, I thought, probably the most important. You might agree. So I took that out. Okay, the next page on the left, you see where I put the traditional letter and what type it was, if it was feminine or masculine. On the right side, I took that out for two reasons. One, it gave me more room to write things that you might be interested in. Two, I thought, well, probably you wouldn't need that because everybody knows what, your normal A looks like, which is a masculine letter. But this is also one of the ones that I was hesitant to take out. So if you think this should be put back in, let me know and I'll find a spot. Okay. Now this one, I'm just pointing out again the difference in height of the spaces for you to draw in. It doesn't look like it's a lot more on the right side, but it is. It's, every little bit counts. Now here on the bottom, I'm pointing out that the vertical gray area on the left side is different than the one on the right. I've taken out a little bit of space there, again, to give you more room to create. Next, this is on the right side page. And this, I think, is probably the only one I have that's different than the left side. I added a vertical strip of the same color gray that's on the left side page. The reason I did that is to give you not really a colored edge, but a different shade of gray. That way, when your book is closed or somewhat closed, you'll be able to see that that color gray section is, in this case, the alphabet. And I'm trying to decide if I should make every section a different shade of gray or just every other section make it this shade of gray. So if you have an opinion, I'd really like to know. And now this is what the new chapter looks like, the pages. I think they look good and they end up giving you more room. Every little space counts. I didn't realize it when I first started this book, but I'm beginning to understand that better now. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe. I would love it, and definitely help me with some comments, okay? I thought you might enjoy seeing a few of the different pages that you haven't seen before. The one on the far left is really whimsical. It's got feminine and masculine lines and enhancements. For example, the pattern on the vertical bar of the E is checked or striped, and that's definitely a masculine. The little designs are feminine. Onto the center one, this is a totally masculine letter. I tried to give this one some character. It looks almost as Techian, if that's a word. And there's a little mini lesson that goes along with it. I've decided to go ahead and number all the different letter parts, and it comes down to the part that I really need to put first in order to know how to judge the remaining parts. And onto the far right side, this one is totally feminine, and all of the embellishments that I put with it or remaining designs are all feminine as well. So it has a totally feminine look. You can see that I have some that'll have notes like on the center page, some that have little tips, things like that. Now on to the right side pages. The one on the far left is different than most. I've got a few, not many, that have a more complex section. And on this R, for example, the far left is the outline only. The center, I put the outline along with the patterns. I thought it might be good to show the difference. And on the far right, I've added an embellishment. Okay, now on to the next page. Wanted to put this on here for a couple of reasons. One, to show you not all of them were loaded down. This one is pretty simple. It's got a masculine V that's really asymmetrical. And then on the far right side, again, it's a simple one. It is masculine and feminine X, kind of with a twist on the serif. Each one has just a little different thing to do. Like far right says, play with different ways to create serifs. And then the center talks about creating some of your letters so they appear to be unbalanced to you, because that can be hard sometimes. It sounds easy, but sometimes it can be a bit of a challenge. And it's also worth noting those are suggestions only. You can do them any way you want. Now on to things I wanted to mention. I mostly changed the spacing so I could give you a bit more room to create. It's not a lot, but hopefully it'll be enough. 2, I added the gray vertical bars I previously mentioned as a way to tell the chapter apart, so it will be easier for you. And 3, I removed the regular alphabet indicator. Now, like I said, that was one of those things that I hesitated to do. Probably, if I think about it, more than any other thing. Okay, now if there is anything, tips, suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. It really does make a difference. And also, if there's anything that you don't like about the change, or what you do like about it, if you like the change, if you like what I have, I would appreciate knowing about that too. Your input will help me to make this the best book possible for you. If you haven't had a chance to look at my video that's titled Drawing Dangles Demystified Letters Chapter, may I suggest that you do that, because that is really the prequel to this video. And there might be some good takeaways for you. At least there'll be definitely a better understanding of this video. I will post a link in the description box below and at the end of this video. Okay. That's really all there is for the update at the moment. There might very well be one more when I go to put everything together and see how it works. If you like this video, please click like. Thank you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.